Someone else who also has nothing going on is a woman over in Ireland named Rosie O'Donnell. You might remember Rosie O'Donnell, okay? If you don't know who Rosie O'Donnell is, go Google and get back to me. I am glad it seems that her herpes has cleared up. If you remember, Rosie O'Donnell's had a little herpes scare, a herpes situation, which of course she blamed on President Trump. Well, now she is blaming President Trump for her depression and her other health issues. We have this clip from an interview she did with Chris Cuomo. Take a look.
During his first go round, it was very difficult, and I got myself into some bad places. You know, I was very, very depressed. I was overeating. I was over drinking. I was so depressed, Chris. I can't, it hurt my heart that America believed the lies about him. And then it broke my heart to be in a business that creates and sells those lies for profit.
Rosie O'Donnell, you are a joke. You're blaming President Trump for the fact that you're drunk, overweight, and depressed. What are you liberals going to do when President Trump is no longer in office? What are you going to do come January 2029 when we have a new president? It might be J.D. Vance. It might be Rubio. It might be someone else. But what are you liberals going to do? Because you're blaming President Trump for the fact that you're overweight, drunk, depressed, and have all these health issues. I think that might be you, Rosie O'Donnell. I think that might be you. And when we look at your daughter, how many times has Rosie O'Donnell's daughter been arrested for drugs and crime and meth, allegedly? All of this BS. Maybe she should go worry about her family. Rosie O'Donnell, maybe stop calling into American shows from Ireland and go take care of your children and be a mother. Go be a mother to your kids, you disgusting Rosie O'Donnell. How about that? But I'm glad that your herpes cleared up. You don't have as many cold sores as you used to. But Chris Cuomo, you must be really desperate for ratings if you're having Rosie O'Donnell on from Ireland. Rosie O'Donnell, who fled the country because she was so scared of President Trump, even though she's a very wealthy, high-profile celebrity. That is who Rosie O'Donnell is. And I actually met Rosie O'Donnell years ago. I went to go see Hamilton on Broadway, which is one of the most overrated shows you've ever seen. And I had the privilege and the fortune of going backstage after the show. Well, I go backstage and there's this woman lurking around. And I said to my mother, I said, that's Rosie O'Donnell. I need a picture with Rosie O'Donnell. So maybe we'll put it in after the show. But Rosie O'Donnell, she's basically descending into absurdity. She's losing it. She's over in Ireland calling into American shows to say that President Trump is the reason she's overweight, drunk, and depressed. And I don't know what her excuse was her entire life before President Trump. I don't know what her excuse is going to be come January 2029 when President Trump is gone. But all of these liberals, and we've seen this with the No Kings protest, their whole identity right now, all their issues and everything that ails them in life, they're blaming on President Trump. They have no culpability or responsibility for anything in their own lives. It's going to be a long 3.5 years. We're only 6 months in to the presidency.